Hello YouTube and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 7. Um, and today we're just here with a cool build I did. It's the Porsche, I don't remember which one, but it's all-wheel drive. Also feel free to go down in the description. We have a Discord server, I just don't talk about it that much. But for this first race I decided to bring the car in the rain since it's been a while since I've raced in the rain for you guys. In fact, I don't think I ever have raced in the rain and put it on YouTube. I think it's always been the dry. So the thing about Forza Motorsport 7 rain is it just makes everything really shiny. And at some of the start of the corners, you kind of turn in and then there's a puddle. And then you just end up keep going forward. And that's why I had to put the all-wheel drive system. And I decided to also bring it to Suzuka because this is the only track with, well, that has the rain option, is what I'm saying. Not all tracks get them, as this Corvette or whatever that was just gives up on life, and we send it up the inside. And that is lap 1, as you can see. Sorry about that pause. This is the short version of Suzuka, just the S turns and then that sharp hairpin back to the front stretch. Now, the racing line really does change when you play like this, because the rain, it affects everything, how you slow down, temperatures and stuff. Also, I don't know why it says I have traction control and stuff on. I don't need it. And you can see we run really wide there, sorry, because of just that random puddle that sometimes appears, and you turn in and then nothing happens. And we're trying to gain up. I want to get at least a top 3 or get on the podium in these races today. Now, something better than usual. Now, where we're really going to excel in is this sharp hairpin. Sorry. As you see, we take it wide, try to cut back in slowly. And all-wheel drive is going to be a big advantage to us in terms of the S-turns. Well, going in and coming out of them. I'm pretty sure everyone else will be able to turn faster. But as we get in the slipstream of this Mercedes, and we can't get the move done yet, decide to just plant it a few meters behind him, run high, then come back down low, little gas, and then gun out of the corner. Now we turn to the outside, and you can see that puddle just keeps messing me up as we almost go off the track. And just try to, I found out that, well, I think the AI is on max difficulty, I'm not sure, but we're just trying to keep it up with them. We got the anime livery, it can't be that hard, can it? And now we're almost at the end of lap 3. We've gained a little bit of time on the Mercedes. How much time can we gain in this corner? We gained a little bit more as we almost fall off the track there. Now it is really slippery once you get into like lap 2 and lap 3, because that's when the rain finally really starts pouring. And it's getting harder to control. And you see we lost time when it says split time. I got in like half a second. Now we're just a tiny bit closer to the AMG. We almost was able to send one up on the inside, but he kind of blocked it off. Now we just have to, we have about 5 or so corners as we finally don't hit the puddle in that corner and take it right. Try to send it up the inside. He blocks it off. Just meet the apex and stay behind him. A little bit of contact. He leaves room on the inside, but our all-wheel drive just can't handle turning that hard. We come down to the outside, he brakes and gives it up, but then comes back. We now have the inside for the hairpin, we turn in. And now it's a small drive race to the finish as we give him a little love tap by mistake, and then we just gun it to the finish line, and he has to throttle control and stuff. So yeah, that is a podium. Thank you for that free podium, people. And on to the next race. Hello everyone, and we are here at race 2 with our Weeb car. And I forgot the name of this track for some reason, but it's also the short version like Suzuka. As you can see, we don't take the full back section, we just kind of cut it off and turn back onto the front straight. And we really don't have top speed for some reason in this car, I'm not sure why. But maybe all 600 horsepower and all-wheel drive isn't enough, as the McLaren just goes slow. I'm sorry about that. and we getting passed by everyone. Even the GTR feels bad for us and gives us a few love taps there. I try to throw it around the outside, just don't have the momentum yet, so I decide to park it behind the GTR, just trail brake into the corners. Also, another thing I learned is, well, what was it called? It's where, like, when you shift down, you hit the gas to keep the car more stable. Oh, it's called rev matching. And so I find that makes this circuit a lot easier because you kind of rev match and then the suspension just follows with the car. But I didn't do it there. That I kind of messed that corner up. Now we're going to hopefully gain some time on them with the draft, but I doubt it since we're all-wheel drive, probably heavier than everyone else. And I think this is S1 class. I'm not sure, but we are just better on the brakes in every single way. Now try to keep it to the apex. Don't run too wide on the corner exit like the Ferrari. Sorry guys if I stutter or anything and sound weird. Just haven't recorded for a while. Like I recorded these videos all at once, and then I just stopped for a week or so until there's like one video left, and then I just recorded another like 5 or so. Yeah, as we cut that corner there and lose a little bit of time for sliding around, but it's not that bad since we have that big Forza wing. So what could go wrong? And I think we actually lost time on the Ferrari in front of us. And I'm going to try to just keep it to the inside. That's a better corner than the last lap. And just, I think we're going to have to get them or get up to them by just gunning it as soon as we get out of the corner. Hopefully save some time by doing that. Also do this perfect turns thing just so I can get more credits. Don't pay attention to that, don't mind it. It's just something I'm broke in this game. So we run a little bit wide into corner 1. But going into corner 2, I think we can get this perfect. Turn to the apex, meet the apex, don't slip the wheels. We get corner 2 and 3 completely fine. But apparently this Ferrari is just too fast for us. So I'm going to try to just trail brake lightly into this corner, gun it in, then turn back. And I think we actually gained a little bit of time on this Ferrari, but in the straightaways he just pulls away. So we're going to cut that corner a little bit, don't look there. And we're at the final corner, going to hug the apron or the blue line, whatever you see, and just get in the draft behind him and try to make this work out. And we're actually gaining time, as you can see the feet going down. Can we send a move up on the inside into corner 1? We go for it, hard braking next to each other. He runs a little bit wide, I almost run into him. A little bit of contact, he takes the position back and then runs off. Then I decide, oh, that's horrible, and then he just comes back to murder me for the slightest bit of contact that happened. This is Forza kid, calm down. And we just kind of run away with that now. So hopefully we can make something happen here, or at least get into 3rd place with 1 lap left to go. Hopefully. I'm not saying there's probably going to be no chance, but maybe there is. But I'm going to really have to push it as you just go around that apex at 90 miles an hour. Perfect turn again. Now here is where we're going to struggle the most. Just get out of the corner as fast as you can. We nearly run it out wide for how hard we're pushing it. And we have 1 lap left to go to gain 1 more position. And I think we might be able to do it. Depends if they mess up or anything. So we're going to go hard braking into this corner. Power shift, or, well, not power shift. I do power shift if you do watch videos. I don't really let off the gas when shifting up. I don't know if it gains time or helps time, but I don't think it really affects the car that much. And we actually gained time on what I think is another Ferrari in front of us. So maybe we do have a chance of winning this race. Or he's just trolling us and slowing down. But we're pushing this car as fast as we can. Just keep turning in. You meet the outside apex. And with 1 more corner left to go, I think we were so close. If we had another lap, maybe. But unfortunately, we could not get it done. RIP. That is a 4th place. You know, that's almost a podium as we run it out wide and nearly kill ourselves on the wall. But that is race 2, and that was 4th place. Alright, and for the final race of the day, we are at Monza, the short version. You don't really see this version that often. It has that like little weird section that no one ever talks about. But we're here for one final run with this little Porsche, as everyone just forgets when to brake for some reason. So let me explain this section. It's the first corner, then you come down here. It's basically just adds 2 short turns, but you can really mess them up if you're not paying attention. And then you just go onto the backstretch and try to push your car as fast as you can. And if you're not in the slipstream, you really don't have a chance, as I just try to settle in behind, then try to block off this Ferrari. I don't know what it is with Ferraris, but they just really don't like me. And I think this weird Corvette or whatever is using ABS, because I don't see normal cars brake like that. Like just scotch brake for some reason. So that was super weird, but we're on the back stretch. Well, front stretch now technically. And we just swing it up the inside of this weird Corvette that has problems braking. And you can see the AI really don't know what they're doing here. It's kind of weird, but they're taking it better than most players would. I would be in the wall if I was one of them. As you kind of just try to settle down behind the car for the stretch, because it just makes it a whole lot easier. As I don't know who that was, but they're just kind of sitting there. You can see just trying to pass them up the inside, nothing special. Get back in line to get the slipstream, hard on the brakes, send it down to third. You could probably do fourth, but you would struggle on the corner exit, and then just hold it down till you get around this corner. I find it easier not to shift while turning, since, you know, the car just kind of hops the power back on after the clutch turns off. And doing that kind of just messes with me as we try to send one on the outside. Then I realize this is Monza and that really doesn't happen. I'm on the wrong side of the track for that. And we go side by side into, well, whatever this section is. I would call it the carousel, but it's not. Doesn't look like one. And the Mercedes actually just pulls away from us on the stretch. So I just kind of settle in behind him. The slipstream immediately comes on. I send it out the inside. Get back in front of him, hard on the brakes. And we turn in slowly. Kind of meet the apex. And then just power out. And yeah, really do be sure to not shift while turning, because depending on how much power you have and what gear ratios and stuff you got, you could easily just send yourself sideways. So now that is a 4th out of 24. So I want to get a top 3. Well, at least a top 3 or a podium in at least 3 of these races today. So hopefully we can make that happen, as this, whatever this is, I forgot. This Viper I think is really slow. For some reason, you'd expect a V12 Viper or a V8 Viper to be faster than this. And it's not really in the top speed either, so that's just kind of weird. Whatever Viper was doing back then, it wasn't working. So you just kind of go into the brakes, turn in, meet the apex. This is a top 3 finish. We've done it. We're amazing. You know what I feel like doing? I feel like I'm just going to drift across the line, because that is what victors do. And that is what victors do as we win the race. And just going to toss it sideways now and wait for the line. Oh, we fucked up. Oh wow, so I tossed away my 4th place. Well, 3rd place. Subscribe, because I'm in pain now.
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right.